What's up, Mavletic lovers and listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Maverick Postgame. We hope some of you got to see some of our athletics this past week. If not, don't worry, because today we got another full show for you today as baseball demolishes CCU and contributes to their 11-game win streak.
And softball dominates the Yellow Jackets.
Plus, men's lacrosse wins in overtime against rivals Westminster.
And women's lacrosse has a tough loss against UIndy.
All of that and so much more as we move ahead into this recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. So with that being said, I'm your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I'm Isaac Klein.
Let's dive into all the game-breaking stats, off-the-wall wins, heartbreaking losses, and in-depth analysis of our CMU athletics. Roll it!
Hello everyone, once again I'm Isaac Klein.
And I'm Grace Metcalf. Let's hop right in and take a look at all the Mavtastic action that took place this week here at CMU. The number 23 Colorado Mesa baseball team completed the 4-game sweep and ran their win streak to 11 games on Saturday. In the first game of the doubleheader, Christos Stefanos and Kyle Miller each hit 2 home runs to lead Colorado Mesa to 20-7 in a 7-inning Mercy Rule shortened game. The Mavericks had 13 of their 17 hits go for extra bases. Christos Stefanos hit a pair of home runs, which helped give the Mavericks the lead for good. His first home run came in the 5th inning and was a 2-run shot that gave the Mavericks an 8-7 lead at the time. Stefanos' second home run of the game came an inning later and extended the lead to 11-7 after 3-run homer to left field. The home runs for the junior were his 5th and 6th home runs of the season as he finished 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 4 runs driven in. Kyle Miller had a pair of important home runs in the game, with his first coming in the 4th inning with the Mavericks trailing 6-2. The Pueblo, Colorado native hit a grand slam that knotted the game at 6-6. Miller sent a 1-0 pitch deep over the netting in his left field for his first collegiate home run. Miller was also the last batter of the game as he launched a 2-run home run to left center field to end the game due to the 12-run Mercy Rule. He finished the game 4 for 5 with 8 runs driven in, a career high. Ethan Voss earned the win on the mound for the Mavericks as he had another solid performance in a relief role. Voss allowed 1 run on 5 hits, walked 2, and struck out a season-high 9 batters. He was able to strike out the side in the 4th and kept the Cougar batters at bay as the Maverick captured the lead. As a team, the Mavericks in Game 2 recorded 9 hits to the Cougars' 8, as well as recording 1 error the entire game. The Mavs had 2 of their runs being from home runs.
Colorado Mesa University junior Maya Arrieta matched a single-game school record by hitting 3 home runs and hit 4 for the second straight day as the Maverick softball team continued to overpower Black Hills State University in another Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Neutral site sweep over the Yellow Jackets on Saturday. After hitting 15 home runs in Friday's doubleheader sweep, the Mavericks added 11 more on Saturday and racing to 19-4 and 10-2 Mercy Rule wins to sweep the series and win their 12th and 13th consecutive wins. The Yellow Jackets took an early 1-0 lead of the second game on an Ashlyn Powell's RBI single in the bottom of the first, and held that lead through 3 innings before freshman Allison Lindsay picked up a key 2-run go-ahead home run on the second play of the 4th inning. After Chloe Valdez had singled, Arrieta then added her 4th home run of the day and the 8th of the series later in the inning as the Mavericks built a 4-1 lead through the 4. Pruitt then hit her 3rd home run of the series in the 5th before a Maverick error led to a Yellow Jacket score in the bottom half of that inning. The Mavs then struck for 5 home runs in the top of the 6th on 4 hits as Valdez hit a 2-run homer to punctuate the scoring. Fugate also added an RBI double in that inning, while Pruitt had an RBI single. Allie Disler also added a sacrifice fly. Sattler went for the distance for the Mavs in the circle and improved 7-2, while the Mavs registered 11 hits, including 2 each from Arrieta, Pruitt, Valdez, and Mendoza. The Mavericks have now swept their last 3 games and 5 of their 6 RMAX series this season. As a team, the Mavericks recorded their 11 hits, the Yellow Jackets 7, while both teams recorded 1 error. 4 of the Lady Mavs' 10 runs resulted from home runs, and they recorded 6 strikeouts to the Yellow Jackets' 5.
Dylan Plus intercepted a Westminster pass with a minute left in overtime, then got the ball back 50 seconds later for the game-winning sudden death goal as Colorado Mesa emerged with a razor-thin overtime victory over its longtime RMAC rivals in CMU's home opener in Grand Junction. The Mavericks survived a late Westminster charge as the visiting Griffins scored 4 of the last 6 goals in regulation to the score and forced an extra period, the third time that these two programs have played an overtime game. The Mavs improved to 5-3 overall and remain undefeated in RMAC play at 2-0 in conference. Colorado Mesa earned the win despite getting trounced in the face-off circle. Westminster won 20 out of 28 draws, including the all-important face-off in overtime. The Mavericks were sound defensively as Westminster committed 26 turnovers, while CMU goalie Luke Parrish made 11 saves. Colorado Mesa also did a better job getting to loose balls, scooping 42 ground balls to Westminster's 33. Defenses stood tall early on in the contest, with neither team finding the net until Micah Payton scored off an assist from Holcomb to put the Mavs on the board just over 6 minutes in. Westminster took the lead with a pair of goals before CMU's Braden Lowe equalized with 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first quarter. The first big momentum swing came at the end of the first period when Levi McCoy scored with an assist from Philip Peterson to put the Mavericks up 3-2, with just 15 seconds left in the opening quarter. Dylan Checketts won the ensuing faceoff and quickly got the ball back down towards Westminster's cage, allowing Hunter Holcomb to beat the buzzer with a goal and give CMU a 2-goal lead after 15 minutes. The Mavericks built a 3-goal lead, their largest of the match, going up 7-4 with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to play in the first half after Ethan Points scored. Colorado Mesa also scored 4 goals in an 8-minute span during the third quarter after Westminster briefly took the lead after halftime, as the Mavericks led 11-9 heading into the final quarter. Westminster rallied in the fourth, with Tate Craig scoring all 3 goals in the fourth period for the Griffins. Hunter Holcomb notched his 4th goal of the game for CMU to give the Mavericks a 12-11 advantage with 1 minute and 48 seconds to play, but Craig's 3rd goal tied things up with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining to play. In overtime, Westminster won the opening faceoff but turned it over. Marcus Trujillo led a transition opportunity and dropped the ball off to a trailing Caden Hathaway, whose blazing shot on goal was saved by Westminster goalie Kristen Jones. Westminster went back to the well, finding a cutting Craig for a point-blank shot, but Parrish denied Craig by making the save with the handle of his stick. Jones made his 2nd save of the overtime period with 1 minute and 7 seconds left, but Jones attempted to loft a high arcing pass over the CMU defense on the clear, and Plus was able to backtrack and intercept the pass, giving CMU another offensive opportunity. Braden Lowe controlled the ball behind the goal and found a cutting Plus in front of the net before the sophomore buried it over Jones's left shoulder for his 9th goal of the season. That set off ruckus celebrations from the CMU bench, who rushed the field with about equal number of Mavericks mobbing Plus in the offensive end and Parrish in the defensive end.
Colorado Mesa women's lacrosse saw its 3-game winning streak snapped in its 2024 home opener, losing 18-7 to number 12 UIndy. Justine Anderson and Carson Dickey scored 2 goals apiece for the Mavs, who fall to 3-3 with the loss. UIndy jumped out to an early 7-1 advantage with the Greyhounds attacker Joey Fowler scored 4 unanswered goals on her own between 4 minutes in the first quarter and 14 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second quarter to put the Greyhounds up 6. Colorado Mesa scored 3 of the next 4 goals, with Renkin, Anderson, and Dickey tallying for the Mavericks as the 2 teams went into halftime. With UIndy up 9-4 once again, the Greyhounds got going faster out of the gate in the second half, scoring 5 of the game's first 6 goals after halftime, including 2 more from Fowler. Dickey got her second goal while Ella Freeman tallied her second goal of the season to make it 14-7 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the third quarter. But the Mavericks would be unable to score for the rest of the game.
Now that we have recapped some of the games, it's time to announce our Maverick of the Week. Our Maverick of the Week goes to Maya Arrieta. Maya was named as both the NFCA Division II National and RMAC Player of the Week. Congratulations, Maya, for your outstanding performance. You are Maverick of the Week. We are now at the end of our show, and it is time for our closing statements. My closing thought is on the men's basketball team. Head coach Mike DeGeorge has announced his resignation and accepted an offer to become the new head coach at the NCAA Division I Cal Poly. It's crazy how being at a D2 school, when we seem to have success with coaches, they leave to accept new and bigger offers.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have another talented coach. My closing thoughts are on the cross-country ski team. Following a busy ski season comprising of 8 races over 4 weekends, 4 student athletes from Colorado Mesa University's cross-country ski team earned qualification for the 2024 U.S. Collegiate Ski and Snowboard Association. National championships, two of the athletes brought home silver and 6 Begum All-Americans.
That is really cool. And now that we have wrapped up all the action from this week and given our closing thoughts, it is time to close the show. Thank you everyone so much for joining us this week on Maverick Postgame. I've been your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I've been Isaac Klein.
Be sure to go check out our channel 62.2 for more games and updates. We'll catch you next week on an all-new recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. Stay safe, Mavs. Study hard. Go to a game or two. And of course, have yourselves a amazing day.